I'd like to talk about spam calls that we all get on our cell phones. See, here I am sitting in my living room. Look at that nice poster. Greatest accomplishment of humanity. See, that's what people should be doing with their free time, not harassing others through spam calls. I don't understand how these people, what do they do? Like, they wake up in the morning and they're like, today I'm going to spam call somebody. Like, is that really the mental process of these spammers? I'm sitting here watching television. I'm watching the Women's Network, trying to get a date, trying to get an inside scoop on the process, and my phone rings. And now, in the past, I received a very unwelcome phone call, and it was from somebody who was quite abusive on the phone, and it didn't last long. I didn't talk to this person for a long time. I don't even know who it was. It was a total stranger. But they were rude and insultive. I don't, like, why would you call somebody and behave that way? And so when I hung up, my heart was beating extremely fast, and I was upset, and I had palpitations for a while. Ever since that experience, my body remembered the negative sensations, and every time the phone rings ever since then, my body always remembers that negativity of that stranger, and I experience this feeling all throughout my body, like it's like I'm going to be doing something extremely negative every time the phone rings. And so just now the spam caller called me, and I didn't answer. I was busy with something, and they left a voicemail. And so I'm like, okay, maybe it's not spam, maybe it's a legit call, right? So I check my voicemail, and it's an automated message saying, to approve this transaction, press 2. And then it just hangs up abruptly. And so here I am now thinking, is there a new authentication thing? Did somebody hack my credit card? And when the transaction is high, does my bank call my phone number and expect me to press 1 or 2 to approve the transaction? But the caller ID of the spammer, well, it may be a legitimate transaction. I'll never know. But the thing is, the caller ID, it doesn't say the name of a bank. It says unknown number or private number. And so you think private number could be a bank security system, right? Because why would they say bank? But then banks should be legit. But then sometimes there's miscommunication in the administrative centers of the bank, and they don't organize the caller ID information properly, and so it could be just a mix-up at the bank end, that they couldn't get the caller ID to say the bank name properly. Banks are sometimes disorganized. I once went into a bank and they couldn't give me any money on that day because somebody screwed up their time locked vault the previous night when they closed the vault. So they didn't have any cash for the whole day. Like, stuff like that happens, right? I mean, it's life. People make mistakes. So it could be just a bad caller ID. And so now I'm going to be wondering, did somebody hack my credit card? And of course, there's nothing anybody can do about these spammers because we receive spam on the email, we receive spam through social media, we receive spam everywhere we look, there's spam. And ads are a form of spam. Nobody wants to see ads while watching cable TV. I pay $100 a month for my cable TV. Why am I bombarded with ads? I pay $10 to Netflix a month, and yet I have to tolerate ads. There, I just got a spam on my smartwatch. They want me to upgrade to some kind of service for calming people down. Well, not calming people down, but like some wellness service. It's a new smartwatch, so I think they're entitled to sell me extra products for the first month or so. So I have to say no to it every now and then. Like, you know, there's people who want to go to Mars. There's people who've been to the moon. but we can't solve a simple problem with spam phone calls? I mean, how hard is that? It says the phone number in the caller ID. You report the phone number to some authority. They're supposed to investigate these things seriously. The phone number somebody's paying money for. They can contact these people, get their address, get their billing, lock them up, deal with them appropriately. I don't know. I wanted to write music today, and that's what this whole video is about. It's actually about music. I wanted to compose music, but, well, now I'm stressed. Now somebody has jeopardized my creative process. So now I have to watch more Women's Network. Now I have to relax. Now I have to listen to the radio. Now I have to sing and exercise, drink some Coke, drink some Earl Grey, eat some Costco hot dogs. They always put me in a good mood. And maybe then in the afternoon I'll feel better. I only write music when I have a good day, when I'm feeling happy, when I'm feeling joyous and celebratory of life. And life should be celebrated every day. It's a gift, right? You know? We're all happy to be alive, aren't we? I mean, if you're not happy to be alive, you should re-examine a few things. Life is a precious thing. Look at how many stars there are in the universe that we can see simply from our vantage point on Earth. And yet we're the only life form that we're aware of. That's how rare and special all of us are. So I'm going to write a song based on that. My grandma, who passed away several months ago, she was over 90, and she suffered from dementia, which I have to admit, I think Bruce Willis is even suffering from that. I think that's the worst thing I've ever witnessed in my entire life. Dementia. Like, when you lose control of your own mind, and so you start speaking things that sound like nonsense, but to you they make sense, but not to anyone else. Like, my grandma was sitting there on the couch, but she wasn't there. You know, it was like the strangest thing. And so she loved watching things about the space and the cosmos and the universe and planets and nature shows. And obviously, I love the same stuff. I'm her grandson. Why wouldn't I? Even now, I watch them every day on Netflix. I watch a nature show just to remind myself of her, which is sometimes difficult to endure. But that's another story. And so I'm going to try to write a song about Earth. I've never attempted this before. I'm going to try to write a song that inspires me to think of planet Earth, assuming I don't get any more spam calls. Ugh, I hate spam. Gmail, I never get spammed on Google. Google has this amazing algorithm and AI and people working for them. They've managed to almost solve the spam problem. I mean, there's a spam folder and I go into it every now and then and I see spam piling up, but it never goes into my inbox. And I rarely find good messages in my spam folder. So at least some company out there knows what the heck they're doing. So to all the good Google people, I applaud you all. I have to hold my phone with one hand, so I can't clap with both hands yet. But maybe like somebody in the future will invent a self-hovering phone. That would be a cool invention, like a bot that we have, and it just hovers but doesn't make a lot of noise. Current bots that hover, they make a lot of noise with their twirling blades. They make buzzing sound, which I don't like. But anyway, that's all for now. See you later.